This episode of Gaming Penthouse Sundays is dedicated to the Macho Man Randy Savage, one of the greatest in-ring performers ever. And I know he's just saying, "Ooh yeah," to every single person up there. And in tribute, Molly, what are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna snap into a Slim Jim.
Ooh yeah! I know this is doctored, but whoever did that is awesome. Randy Savage, may you rest in peace.
Hello folks, and welcome to the second episode of Gaming Penthouse Sundays. I am the Atari 7800 junkie, and I thank you all for watching. And I really want to thank everyone out there for the fact that I'm already above 60 subscribers. Could even be more than that by the time this is uploaded onto YouTube. And it is in such a short amount of time, and I just want to thank everybody out there for, I guess for not forgetting me. Not forgetting my old channel, I guess. So thank you all for resubscribing. And for anybody who's brand new, hopefully I don't bore the heck out of you. So, with that, let's get on with the show. Alright folks, only one pickup this week, and it is Defender 2 for the Atari 2600. Red Label game. It is actually a re-release of a game I already have, though. Here is Stargate, which I've already had. Stargate is exactly the same game. Atari had to re-release it as Defender 2 because somebody sued Williams Electronics. They had the copyright to Stargate, so Williams re-released the arcade machine as Defender 2, and Atari did the same on the 2600. And by that point they were doing Red Label games, so that's why it's Red Label. So, just one pickup this week on Gaming Penthouse Sunday. Alright folks, today I'm going to show you every game that I have for my Atari 7800, my Atari 2600 video computer system, and even my lonely 4 games for the XE computer, because I don't have an XE computer, so they're very lonely. We'll start here on the left. There's Ace of Aces, Asteroids, Ball Blazer, Centipede, Choplift, Crossbow, Dark Chambers, Desert Falcon, Dig Dug, Donkey Kong Jr., Food Fight, Galaga, Hat Trick, Jinx, Joust, Karateka, Mario Brothers, Ms. Pac-Man, One-on-One Basketball, Planet Smashers, Pole Position 2, Real Sports Baseball, Robotron 2084, Super Huey, Touchdown Football, Tower Toppler, Winter Games, and Xevious. Those are all for the 7800. Now, all the next ones are my text label Atari 2600 games: Basic Math, Blackjack, Canyon Bomber, Casino, Championship Soccer, Combat, Dodge'em, Flag Capture, Miniature Golf, Night Driver, Othello, Outlaw, Skydiver, Street Racer, and Superman. After that is my picture label Atari games: Adventure, Air Sea Battle, Asteroids, Basic Programming, Basketball, Berserk, Brain Games, Breakout, Circus Atari and Defender, Demons to Diamonds, Golf, Haunted House, Home Run, Indy 500, Maze Craze, Game of Cops and Robbers, Pac-Man, Pele's Soccer, Slot Racers, Space Invaders, Space War, Star Raiders, Super Breakout, Surround, Video Chess, Video Olympics, Video Pinball, and Warlords. Next are my silver label Atari games: Battlezone, Centipede, Crystal Castles, Dig Dug, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, terrible game, Galaxian, Joust, Jungle High, Kangaroo, Kroll, Mario Brothers, Millipede, Moon Patrol, Ms. Pac-Man, Pingo, Phoenix, Pole Position, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Real Sports Baseball, Real Sports Football, Real Sports Tennis, Space Invaders, Stargate, Sword Quest Earthworld, Sword Quest Waterworld, and Vanguard. Then my Red Label Atari games: Crossbow, Dark Chambers, Defender 2, Desert Falcon, Double Dunk, Gravatar, Junior Pac-Man, Midnight Magic, Off the Wall, and Cubert, Radar Lock, Real Sports Boxing, Secret Quest, Solaris, Space Invaders, Sprintmaster, Super Football, Venture, and my 3 kids games, Big Bird Egg Catch, Cookie Monster Munch, and Pigs in Space starring as Piggy, my Sears text label games, Arcade Pinball, Codebreaker, Gunslinger, Missile Command, Spelling, and Target Fun, my 3 picture label, my Sears games, Outer Space, Space Invaders, and Yar's Revenge, my Activision games, Barnstorming, Boxing, Chopper Command, Commando, Crackpots, Dragster, Enduro, Fishing Derby, Freeway, Frostbite, Ghostbusters, Kaboom, Keystone Capers, Kung Fu Master, Laser Blast, Mega Mania, Pitfall, Pitfall II, River Raid, Robot Tank, Sea Quest, Spider Fighter, Stampede, Star Master, Tennis, and the Activision Decathlon, then my Magic games, Atlantis, Cosmic Arc, Demon Attack, Dragonfire, Laser Gates, Moonsweeper, No Escape, Riddle of the Sphinx, Shooting Gallery, Star Voyager, and Trick Shot. Next are my Parker Brothers games, Frogger, G.I. Joe Cobra Strike, Popeye, Spider-Man, Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, Super Cobra, and Tatankum. Then you have my Coleco games, Carnival, Donkey Kong Jr., Frontline, Mousetrap, and Smurf Rescuing Gargamel's Castle. Next are my Mattel Electronics and IMTV Corp games. There's Adventures of Tron, Air Raiders, Astro Blast, Frogs and Flies, Lock and Chase, Space Attack, Super Channel Football, and Tron Deadly Disc. Next are my 20th Century Fox games, Crypts of Chaos, Deadly Duck, MASH, Megaforce, and Turmoil. Next are my US games and VidTech, which were owned by Quaker Oats. Commando Raid, Mad, Sneak and Peek, Space Jockey, Towering Inferno, and Word Zapper. Next are games from Apollo, Lost Luggage, Shark Attack, Space Cavern, Space Chase, and Elmer Fudd's favorite game, Wabbit. Next are games from CBS Video Games and CBS Electronics, Gorf, A Mega Race with Ram Plus, Solar Fox, and The Wonderful Wizard of War. Next are Data Age games from Bermuda Triangle, Journey Escape, and Snake. Next 3 games from Epix, California Games, Summer Games, and Winter Games. 2 games from Absolute Entertainment, Pete Rose Baseball, and Title Match Pro Wrestling. 2 games from Sega, TaxScan, and Tapper. And the last 5 games of my Atari 2600 are one-offs, BMX Airmaster from TNT Games, Z-Mag's I Want to My Mommy, King Kong from Tiger Vision, Quest for Quintana Roo from Sunrise Software, and Froggo Games Seahawk. Finally, I have 4 games for my Atari XE, which I don't have an Atari computer to play these on, but I have Blue Max, Bug Hunt, Flight Simulator 2, and the original Hardball.
Alright, folks, last week you had 5 games to choose from, and you chose Dig Dug for my crappy video game review of the week, and I'm glad you chose Dig Dug because this is a wonderful title on the Atari 2600. Of course, it was wonderful in the arcades as well. And look at that, I start off by smashing a guy. So Dig Dug, you basically have one objective. You want to kill all your enemies who are trying to come kill you. And you can do it by 2 different ways. You can either drop a rock on them, or you can pump them full of air with your bike pump. You get more points by dropping rocks on them. That's why I tried to drop a rock on that one there, but it's also very satisfying to pump them full of air instead of pumping them full of lead. Now, the graphics of this game translated pretty well from the arcade original. Obviously, there's some downgrade from arcade Dig Dug to Atari 2600 Dig Dug, but really, you can tell who all the enemies are. There's not very much flicker at all. The ground may be completely different than the arcade, very blocky, and so are the rocks. They're just literally big squares, but that being said, it really translated well. You still have lots of fun with this game, and in fact, I like this version of Dig Dug more than the Atari 7800 version or the arcade version. Although I think that's because partly because it plays a little slower, I think, than the arcade version, and with that I can get much more points and stay alive a lot longer in a typical gameplay session. So if you have an Atari 2600, chances are you probably have this game already. It is a very common game for the Atari 2600, and it's not hard to get if you don't have it. It's very cheap. Just a couple bucks probably can get you this game at most game stores. So, you know, and that's a good thing about the Atari 2600. Most of the fun games are the cheaper games because they're common. And there's a reason they're common, because they were fun. So if you have a 2600, go find this game. If you have a 7800, you can find that version as well. Any version of Dig Dug is good. This is my favorite version, though. And, yeah, I really do love it. And I'm about to die one more time.
Okay, folks, the next time I come to you with Gaming Penthouse Sundays, it will be Memorial Day weekend on the day that has the Indy 500 and the Coca-Cola 600. So, in honor of that, I have 5 racing games you guys can pick for next week. First one here is Indy 500, the only game on the Atari 2600 that uses driving controllers. Next up here, maybe I'm a little biased, but I hope you guys pick this one. This is Top Gear 2 on the Super Nintendo. Love that game. Here's my favorite racing game on the PlayStation 1 and my favorite Gran Turismo of all time, Gran Turismo 2. Mario Kart 64 for the N64 via the Wii Virtual Console. And finally, on the PlayStation 2, Corvette. Kind of a lower budget game. All 4 of these games plus Mario Kart 64 on the Wii is available to vote on. It's time for this week's shout out. I want to shout out a gentleman by the name of chrisded here on YouTube. He makes crazy amazing videos. They look really professional when he makes them. And he's just getting, like, so little views. Like, I'm looking over here, and he's got 17 views, 9 views, 39, 3 and 3. The 2 that are actually video games over here only have 3 views each, and I think it's ridiculous. I mean, they are... He does a much better job than I do at doing my videos here, and yet he's getting a lot less views. So definitely go ahead, check this guy out. You have to see what he's all about. Link will be in the description below. And yes, he also did a little tribute to Randy Savage as well, so make sure you watch that too. But check out this guy, subscribe to him if you like what you see, and hopefully he can get his view count and his subscriber count up, because he really does deserve it. Zoe, say bye-bye to everybody. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next week, and just the fact that you guys are watching this means the rapture didn't happen. End of the world isn't here yet. See you next time.